Men are sick of women who compete with them and behave in a masculine manner. It seems as though you won't be able to get in touch with anyone because the world has been turned upside down. Things by their names anymore, so it's no wonder that even quality men don't want to commit to any women. Things by their names anymore. Personal reflections. Permit me to regale you with a tale that involves two monks, a woman, and another woman. This is a Zen story that some of you may already be familiar with. When they reached a river that had a strong current, a master and his apprentice were traveling together and stopped to cross it. They were getting ready to cross when they noticed another person trying to cross the river at the same time. The other person was a very young woman. She asked the monks if they could help her cross to the other side, but the monks looked at each other because they had taken an oath not to touch a woman. As you may already be aware, the men in question were, in fact, MGTOWs at the time. I want to make it clear that I'm not suggesting that you should try to rescue women from their problems. On the other hand, it is considerate to offer your seat to an elderly woman or an expecting mother if you are riding the subway or a train. The point I want you to make from this is that there are some people who just can't seem to open their minds and let go of the opinions they have formed. You guessed correctly. I'm referring to combative women who are more concerned with proving themselves right than they are in enjoying their lives. Continue on until the very end, because I'm confident that you're going to adore this one. It is the responsibility of a woman to bring peace into a man's life and to make it a little bit simpler to understand what took place with that. But you make an excellent point, she said. There is a lot of talk among contemporary women about equality, but it would appear that they do not comprehend what an equal exchange is. Don't forget to leave a comment, and you could be our next winner. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons as well, as they help a lot. It's possible that nature and experience have taught you that men are meant to lead and women are meant to follow. But modernity has so thoroughly indoctrinated us that saying such things is now a criminal offense. Not only do women want other women to hold CEO positions in order to demonstrate that equality is possible, but they also want to exert authority over their partners and persuade them to bow down to their authority. Because of this, there are a lot of movies and shows on television that make fun of men while portraying women as strong and powerful. Aside from the jokes, it is common for women to be instructed to have a negative attitude and to disrespect men for the smallest of reasons. It is commendable to stand up for what you believe in. However, it is not acceptable to berate another person for having a different point of view. That right there is the core issue. It's possible that you and your friends have similar tastes in music, but it's also possible that you have very different tastes. For instance, if one of your friends likes basketball and you prefer soccer, neither of your preferences should be considered problematic. The issue with a large number of contemporary women is that they want you to believe the same things that they do. Even if the girl is dating one of your partners, this might still occur. She would rather argue that you are wrong, and that if you fight back, you are doomed to lose the fight, even if it is over something trivial, because she can't stand the idea of not winning and would rather argue that you are wrong than find a common or middle ground. Women are now more competitive than ever because of the modern world. Guys, a romantic partnership is supposed to be a source of beauty, not a source of conflict. Imagine that you put in a lot of effort at work all day, are excited to see your girlfriend when you get home, and then she proceeds to tell you all the things that you do wrong. She is upset that you frequently forget to put the toilet seat down, despite the fact that you pay for the rent, the food, the energy, and any other bills that come up. It decreases a woman's likelihood of getting married if she declares in a music video that she enjoys experimenting with different sexual positions and all that jazz. It's totally fine, girl. Spend your money on whatever you want to. But just make sure those implants won't cause you any problems in the long run. Additionally, these hyper-masculine and combative women have a tendency to encourage sexual promiscuity or to show off on social media. These women love attention with all they have. If a girl is talking to more than one guy at the same time, a lot of guys won't date her, and if she wants to impose her beliefs on the guys she's talking to, she's not the kind of person you want to be dating anyways. Prospect, if you come across a combative girl who has the potential to be attractive, you shouldn't beat yourself up if you have conflicting feelings about her. You should instead try to figure out why you feel the way you do about her. She may be attractive, but she has a difficult attitude that makes dealing with her difficult. By the way, considering that we are both adults at this point in time, there is no point in either of us attempting to mend the other's broken heart. There's a chance that a few of these girls are attractive, but they all have a terrible mentality. It's not that men can't handle these kinds of girls. Rather, they have a lot going on in their lives already and don't have time to take on additional responsibilities. The reason for this isn't that men are incapable of managing these kinds of girls. It really shouldn't come as a surprise that men end up favoring girls who have average looks but are well-mannered over those who have beautiful looks but are rude. In fact, it should come as no surprise at all. The insane world in which we currently find ourselves is a direct result of the actions taken by powerful people over the course of the past few decades toward society. These overlords do not care all that much about women, despite the widespread belief to the contrary held by the vast majority of people. These days, a growing number of women are entering the workforce and working in business-related fields, where they are forced to engage in cutthroat competition with men in order to advance their careers and climb the corporate ladder. Because of this, it is extremely difficult to coexist with women, even within the confines of the home. Even if you treat me like a co-worker, she will not acknowledge the fact that I am your husband, despite the fact that I am your spouse. It is unlikely that the relationship will advance while she is focused on accumulating more wealth and gaining an advantage over you. Some men have learned this the hard way in their marriages, while others have benefited from the experiences of others in order to steer clear of conflict and avoid finding themselves in a difficult situation. This is what separates the intelligent from the wise, and it is also the reason why I put out videos each and every day for you guys, despite the fact that some of you may have dealt with this and gone through difficult times. I do this because I believe that you can learn something from everyone, regardless of how intelligent or wise they are. A support group is one analogy that comes to mind when thinking about this channel's purpose. I don't mean to sound corny, and I'm not a cheerleader, but I want you guys to maintain your composure in the face of this challenging situation. As the name of my channel suggests, it is intended to be a guide, and I really want you guys to be realistic and know how to function in spite of all the negativity and deterioration that is taking place. It is a wonderful thing to have reached the point where you no longer care about stupidity. And it is an even more wonderful thing to have reached the point where you welcome your tranquility. No matter how compelling your argument is or how persistent the girl you're trying to persuade is, there's a chance you'll never win her over. Instead, you should let her go and allow her to enjoy the time she has to herself, while you either pursue a healthy relationship with a woman or continue to revel in your status as a bachelor. Keep in mind that the decision is entirely up to you. Keep your strength, guys, and I hope everything works out for you. Click the subscribe button so you don't miss future uploads. Comment on it and share it, guys. I'll see you in the next video.